quitting, quitting, and more quitting. MAGA Republicans are rushing for the exit to say they're not running for re-election. Donald, I thought it was supposed to be winning, winning, winning. Oh, that's why you want to rig the midterms. As the writing is on the wall for many of these MAGA Republicans, especially in areas like Nebraska and in Iowa, where we just saw a state Senate district SD1 flip blue. These MAGA Republican senators and MAGA Republican Congress members are saying we are out. I want to show you, for example, MAGA Republican Congress member Don Bacon of Nebraska. He confesses we are in a recession in Nebraska and Iowa, and America's farmers are suffering. Listen to what he's got to say here. It's in his own words. Let's play this clip.
And so what we're seeing is basically a recession economy in Nebraska and Iowa right now, and tariff wars do not help.
So MAGA Republican Congress member Don Bacon says he's out, he's quitting, he's not up for re-election. The question is going to be, can that seat in Nebraska flip blue? I think it absolutely can. And he is right. We are seeing a recession economy in Nebraska and Iowa right now. That is for sure. More on Bacon in a moment. Let's talk about the news at the end of last week. MAGA Republican Senator Joanie Ernst of Iowa. She saw what went down in that state Senate District 1, which was a plus 11.5 Trump district. Went blue in the recent special election. So Joanie Ernst, who previously said, who cares if you lose your Medicaid and health care? We're all gonna die, so why don't we just die now versus later? Direct quote from her. She says that she will not be running for re-election in 2026. And the Democrats there have two very good candidates. You've got the Democratic state senator there, Zach Walz, and you've got the Democratic state representative, Josh Turek there, who are vying for that primary slot to run in the general election. Just a reminder here as well for you. This is when Joanie Ernst said, we're all gonna die anyway, so why do we need Medicaid? Here, play this clip.
So people are not, well, we all are going to die. So for heaven's sakes.
And folks, I want to highlight more about Joanie Ernst and Don Bacon in a moment, but let me show you where you also see the writing on the wall and why this is the GOP's worst nightmare and why they have to gerrymander and cheat in the midterms the way they are doing it right now versus waiting for the next Senate. Just give you an example of MAGA Republican Congress member Mark Alford at his town hall in Harrisburg, just to remind you of what went down there. Let's play this clip. This is in Missouri. Play this clip.
Look, Trump is not a perfect person. I did not vote for a perfect person. You did not vote when you voted for Joe Biden. I truly believe, though, that Trump has the best interests of Americans at heart.
Of Putin and all the other dictators. That's who he wants. He doesn't care about us. He cares about his dictator friends.
And people are absolutely pissed there. And they were saying, do we want a dictator? The people in the crowd, do we want a dictator? They're saying, hell no. After that last clip I showed you where he was saying Trump has the best interest of Americans, people are saying, we don't want a dictator. Here, play this clip.
Twice. He said, oh, maybe people want a dictator. Do we want a dictator? Can we raise our hands? Who wants a dictator? So do you?
And then Alford's like, if you didn't want to hear my lies, why did you come here? Again, MAGA Republican Congress member, red district. Here's how he's being greeted. Here, play this clip.
Today, here's the problem. I kind of have to disprove a negative in that come January. Ma'am, did you want to yell something back there? Stand up.
Hi.
Okay, if you didn't want to hear my lies, why did you come here? All right? If you don't want to hear anything I say, why don't you come here? All right?
So you go to Alabama, for example, as well, where you have MAGA Republican Congressman Barry Moore, who's running for the Senate seat in Alabama. And here he literally runs out the back door to avoid his constituents as they chant shame on him in a ruby red Alabama district. Here, play this clip.
Lies.
And his constituents wanted to know who pays the tariffs. Barry, who pays the tariffs? Here, play this clip right here.
Right now, what we just saw in a report is that we haven't seen inflation at all. If y'all saw a report,
that wasn't the question.
That
wasn't the question.
So if there was inflation, you would see it.
Here are Republicans booing MAGA, or people at a town hall, Democrats and Republicans, booing MAGA Republican Congressmember Warren Davidson. You can see right here what went down. Play this clip.
And the National Guard is going to stay until the city's ready. And I'm glad that the Ohio National Guard's there. I'm proud of Governor DeWine for sending them there.
And I'll take you to Texas, where Dan Crenshaw was being booed by his constituents. Here, play this clip right here.
Hear from you. We want you to answer our questions.
Now, going back to Don Bacon, as I mentioned, he sees the writing on the wall. Here he announces that he's not running for Congress, and you'll see he kind of cries in this clip. Here, play this clip.
Today, I am announcing I'm not running for re-election. So I feel emotional. It's been a great 10 years. So I wasn't supposed to get emotional. That's not one of the things that's called or thinking about. We've worked 4 days out of 7 in Washington, D.C., 12, 14 hours a day. It's time to come home. So I look forward to working in the area and walking in the door saying hi to Angie every night. Now, this may be harder on her than me, but I look forward to coming home every night, and I also look forward to seeing, we have 3 adult children here who are married and living in the area. We also have 8 grandchildren total within 10 minutes of our house. And wait a second, where's Elliot at? You want to step up here? This guy the other day goes, Grandpa, when are you going to retire? I want to see you more.
But in this next clip, he says he's excited to see what's going to happen next. He says, I want to help more Reagan Republicans, which basically means that he doesn't want to help MAGA people. Here's what he says. Play this clip.
I'm excited about having a third career and starting something new. And so I find I've been able to focus almost primarily just on being a congressman. And so I'm still doing a lot of constituent services stuff. And so, yeah, I think instead of being in 5th gear, I'm in 4th gear.
Yeah.
And it feels good. And I'm sort of excited about what may be next. But the other part is the election every 2 years. It's brutal. There's no easy election. And it's like a 10-round boxing match. And so I just said, I've done it 10 times. Do I have it? Do I have the fire in my belly to do it, a 6th time? And I like winning elections, but
sure.
But I just wasn't excited about it.
And here he talks again about there being a recession in the Midwest farm community. Play this clip.
In the first quote-unquote trade war in the first term, it was the farmers who got $29 billion from the president in relief. Does he need to jump in for the ag community this time around?
Well, the ag community is very worried. If you talk to the Farm Bureau, the cattlemen, I've talked to some of our biggest meat producers here for beef. They're already getting their markets shut off. So we're already seeing impact on our exports in Nebraska, where we've lost market access in Europe primarily, particularly with our beef and popcorn and things like that. So we're going into a recession in the Midwest farm community. The commodity prices are low. Input prices are high. By the way, we import a lot of these input, like our fertilizers and herbicides and things like that. And so our farmers are really struggling right now. And we have to get relief on tariffs, or we're going to have to help them out financially like we did last time. I think we'd be better off trying to open trade doors versus doing tariffs.
Now, one of the reasons that Bacon is leaving as well is that Bacon supports Ukraine, and there's no real room for supporting Ukraine in the MAGA Putin bootlicking party. Here, play this clip.
If Ukraine falls today, Moldova will be next. Probably Georgia, maybe the Baltics. And you're going to be spending a lot more money in NATO at this point trying to protect the East Europe from Russia. China is watching what we do with Russia. And so therefore, Taiwan's being threatened. I like to be a team player. I like our team to win. But this is a fight for the future of our party, the soul of our party. I don't like the direction it's going. As you mentioned, we are undermining the international order that America has built for 80 years. Now, I don't know if the president means to do it, but I sure perceive it go in that direction. And if I don't say anything, then I feel like I'm guilty. I feel like I got to speak up and be an advocate for the core values that I believe in. And I want to be on the right side of history here.
Now back to Joanie Ernst for a second. Here was an ad being run against Joanie Ernst, starting really in July, about her vote against the healthcare and life of her constituents. You can see right here, this is an attack ad that went up. Millions of dollars were being spent into showing this. Here, play this clip.
Just voted to make the biggest cut to Medicaid in history.
So she can pay for more tax breaks for billionaires.
That means taking away our health care that we rely on.
When our senator, Joanie Ernst, heard how damaging this bill would be,
her response was basically, well, we're all going to die sometime.
Well, we all are going to die.
I'd like her to put herself in my shoes and say that.
We need health care.
More than billionaires need tax breaks.
Here, you'll see an Iowa mom confronting Joanie Ernst. This was before she quit, and then Joanie Ernst couldn't handle her constituent standing up to her. Play this clip.
Hi, Senator.
Hi.
I've been following your work.
Thank you.
Yeah,
yes.
And I was just wondering about your vote for the big beautiful bill.
Yes, it's so good.
No,
thank you.
I actually.
Yep, Zach, we've got a reporter. If you'd like to step in, thank you.
I would like to tell you how it impacted our family and my son Luca. My son Luca was born at just 25 weeks. They didn't know he was going to make it. Like, it was a 50-50 shot. He needed help. He was just this tiny little 1-pound baby that fought for his life. 4 years down the road, we are still receiving services through Medicaid as our son is autistic. And when this big, ugly bill was introduced, my heart literally dropped. So I called our senator office, Joanie Ernst, and Chuck Grassley, and I never got a response out of any one of them. I would like to tell Joanie Ernst face to face the impact of her vote is going to kill people. I would just like to have a conversation about why she did this. My son was in the NICU for 141 days.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and
okay.
he had
and they took care of him.
And Medicaid actually stepped in and we were able to afford our $1.7 million NICU bill. And now he is autistic, and we still require Medicaid.
We will take that into consideration. Should any issues come up, we will take that into consideration. Okay, so thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No, thank you. I just spoke to Joanie Ernst while I tried to speak to her about Medicaid cuts, and she cut me off. She just walked off, did not want to have a conversation with me. Yeah.
We already spoke with you.
Yeah, but I want to know why you think giving tax cuts to billionaires is more important than health care for Iowans. Please tell me.
Thank you. She already spoke with you.
She can answer.
She already did.
No, she didn't. She cut me off. When you're voting for a bill that is going to cut thousands of people off health care to give billionaires tax cuts, that's not what we're about here in Iowa. And it's very, very sad to see that she is not even willing to have a conversation with somebody that does not agree with her. So like I said, I'll just keep fighting for what's right here in Iowa.
And of course, we all remember Joanie Ernst after she said we're all going to die anyway, so who cares if we cut Medicaid? She then went to a cemetery where she recorded this video, as my friend Keith Edwards says, against all odds. Joanie Ernst has managed to make it worse. Indeed, she did.
Hello, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely apologize for a statement that I made yesterday at my town hall. I was in the process of answering a question that had been asked by an audience member when a woman who was extremely distraught screamed out from the back corner of the auditorium, "People are going to die." And I made an incorrect assumption that everyone in the auditorium understood that, yes, we are all going to perish from this earth. So I apologize. And I'm really, really glad that I did not have to bring up the subject of the tooth fairy as well. But for those that would like to see eternal and everlasting life, I encourage you to embrace my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
All right, let's talk about these Democratic candidates who are going to be replacing these MAGA quitters. You go to Iowa, you have Zach Walz, a state senator there, who I interviewed. Here's what he had to say. Play this clip.
Hey folks, we've got major breaking news out of Iowa this morning. CBS News is reporting that Senator Joanie Ernst, who has been embattled for the last several months, has apparently told close sources that she will not be seeking re-election to the United States Senate in 2026. A new poll that was out on Monday found that we were the strongest campaign running against Senator Ernst, and we know that no matter who the Republican is, this is the campaign that has the opportunity to win this seat back and make sure that we have a new voice fighting for real change in Washington, D.C. This is a huge development in our campaign, and we are so grateful to everybody who has already supported our efforts to elect a new voice for Iowa in the U.S. Senate. I hope that you'll consider making a contribution to our campaign to make sure that we have the resources to defeat whoever the Republicans nominate for this seat. We know that we are running a campaign focused on fixing our broken economy and cleaning up the political corruption in Washington, and it wouldn't be possible without the support of people like you. Republicans in Iowa are running scared, and we know that we have the chance now to defeat whoever the Republicans nominate and win this seat back. Let's keep up the great work.
And then you have an Iowa State Representative, Josh Turek. Here's what he had to say to me. And I think he did 21 surgeries. He was born with spina bifida. His father was exposed to Agent Orange in Vietnam. So for him, he's always been the underdog. And here's how he framed it for me. Here, play this clip.
Hello, my friend, and thank you for having me. I love seeing that video. It's even inspiring me. I'm Iowa State Representative Josh Turek. As the video said, born with spina bifida, 21 surgeries by the age of 12. Gone on to play in 4 Paralympic Games, won 2 gold medals representing my country, been the director of a nonprofit organization where we provide free summer camps to disabled kids, and ran originally for my race because of what privatized Medicaid was doing in Iowa to the disabled population, and representing the reddest part of the state that any Democrat has been able to win in.
Well, Josh, tell us first about how you won in that area, because it does provide, pun intended, a blueprint for what you can do nationwide. So how'd you win that House seat originally when no one said that was possible?
I love that. It is the blueprint, and the blueprint is hard work, grit, determination. I went out every single day from June all the way until November, crawling those stairs, knocking doors, dragging my wheelchair up, having face-to-face conversations with, it did not matter the party, with Republicans, with independents, with Democrats. I was out there as a common sense prairie populist is what I would call myself, of going out there and talking about the kitchen table issues. And I would always hear 2 things when I would get up on people's doors. The very first thing they would say is, "How in the world did you get up here?" And I would say, I crawled up here. I drug my wheelchair up here. That's how important it is to have a conversation with you. And then I would tell them about my story and why I'm running and kitchen table issues. And by the end, they would say, I'm not going to vote for every Democrat, but I'm going to vote for you because I like the kind of Democrat that you are.
Well, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. MAGAs are a-quitting right now across the country, and they are getting booed. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to add the MeidasTouch podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts for new updates every single day.